Varsity picked up 14 varsity victories, 8 of them by 10, and also was a JV zone champion, Mr. Drew Ferguson. Next at 103. Next at 103, this gentleman picked up the varsity spot at the end of the season, and he also picked up 18 wins on varsity, and 14 of them by 10, and he had a wonderful season this year, a breakout year for a freshman, and we're looking for big things for him in the future as well. He's going to grow quite a bit, so we're not sure where he's going to end up, but he's going to work real hard in the off-season with us. He's already in the room. And look out in the future. Logan Stroback. Okay, next at 112 pounds, a wrestler that has been introduced many times across the country and was a member last year of the Nevada America's Cup team that represented our state. And he is just a sophomore and did a wonderful job for us this year as usual. He's our captain, picked up 48 wins, 25 by 10, 151 takedowns. He's on the leaderboard now. I think that's about the third best, the only third to Paul and himself from last year. He was region champ this year, third in the state of Nevada, Mr. Jordan Hart. Oba-san. That's adamantine in Japanese. Okay, at 119 pounds, we had a breakthrough this year. A kid came up from JVs. Taki said he wanted to get a varsity spot, so he went to 119s and claimed himself a spot and did a wonderful job for us this year. 32 wins and 113 takedowns. His first time ever on varsity. Wrestled every varsity match at that weight. And got fourth at varsity region, Renzo Costa. We had a couple of performers at 125. Our first gentleman that was at 125 this year picked up 14 wins on varsity, 7 of them by fall, and did a fantastic job for us. Finished up the year on JV and did a good job there as well. Came up and wrestled varsity anytime we needed him. And I want to recognize a great freshman, Paul Hammondtree. Next, at 125 pounds, we have a kid who came over from a different school. They kind of had him held up a little bit for us, but we finally, with a little help from our within our own organization, a gentleman helped him get eligible, and we had the fortune to have him in the lineup from 5 counties on. He did a fantastic job for us, even though he finished. He only got actually a third of the season in. I picked up 19 wins this year, 2 wins at the state tournament, really helped push us over the top at that tournament, and helped us to third place finish. And he's going to be dynamite next year for us, Billy Wilson. Next is a gentleman that started out our 130-pound campaign this year. Did a fantastic job, got us 6 wins on varsity. One of our most improved wrestlers overall. We'll recognize that later on as well. He picked up, again, 6 wins on varsity, with a great contributor for us and a hard worker. Second most practices on the entire team this year. He worked really hard after finishing up a very difficult season in football. I want to recognize Nick Harris. I would not want to be emotional tonight, so I'm going to just remember the good things that happen always, and not that we'll miss certain wrestlers. And sometimes when you coach, you get close to kids, maybe spend a lot of time with them outside of wrestling, doing other things, running and working out. And this next individual, somebody that I've had the fortune to have in the program for 4 years. He's a 4-year varsity letter winner. Did a fantastic job for us all 4 years. Wasn't the most gifted wrestler to start with, but did what it took to stay on varsity his freshman year. Went to a couple of long wrestling camps that would have tested anybody with the greatest of mettle, but he got through it, improved greatly in his sophomore year, and then came on strong his junior and senior year. Between his junior and senior year, he tore a labrum in his shoulder and had to have surgery in August, so we didn't have him until the Holiday Classic in December. But he piled up 35 wins against 7 losses for us, 100 takedowns. He got 3rd in the state. In Nevada, he was a region champion. I want to make sure I recognize one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Rob Buckhannon. If we can avoid tears tonight, I'll be happy. Okay, next, 135 pounds, we had a wrestler that unfortunately couldn't finish the season for us. He tore a meniscus in his knee, but he picked up some very big victories for us, 13 on varsity this year, helped us to the 3rd place finish at the Bonanza Duels with 5 wins, and 4 of them by fall. Like I said, picked up 13 wins on varsity this year, and he should be healthy for the summer season, and we're looking forward to big things from him next year. He's a 3-year varsity performer, Keegan Lott. Next is a person that finished up at 135 for us, but he was on varsity all year long. We kept him with us, and he just picked up momentum as the season went. As soon as he got his opening, he stepped in and picked up 32 wins on varsity this year. Fantastic job. He got 16 falls. He was a Bulldog Grappler champ and did a fantastic job. Just missed getting to state for us at regions, but still picked up a lot of wins for us there and helped contribute to our 3rd place finish. We're looking for big things from one of the most improved wrestlers we have, and moved from JV to varsity. Did a wonderful job for us everywhere we needed him. He's a hard worker, and he's so dedicated. Please give recognition to Kyle Lee. It's rare that you get a wrestler that comes in and decides that he's going to just try wrestling, and he's a senior already. It's kind of something that doesn't work very often. We've had it a couple of times in the past, and the kid stuck with it. But this next gentleman came out this year, and I spent half a year wondering why we didn't have him for 3 other years. But he had come over from Bonanza, joined our school, and joined our team, did a wonderful job, showed up at all the practices, kept a positive attitude even though he didn't get a varsity spot. But I found spots for him to wrestle at dual meet tournaments for us, picked up 13 wins at a varsity as an extra for other teams and for our team this year, 10 of them by fall, and he did a fantastic job this year for us. I want to make sure we recognize him for winning a letter. First-year senior wrestler and a heck of a competitor, a real gutty kid, Nick Martinez. Okay, next is another 4-year varsity performer. We gave him his letter his freshman year because he earned the chance to go to varsity region. He did a good job there, picked up a couple wins his first year for us, and it's ever since then has taken off. Has been one of the best wrestlers in our program. A lot of other teams recognize him, and I had a lot of teams at the end of last year came up and asked me, is he a senior? And I said, no, he's a junior, and they definitely were a little sour. They knew that their kids had another year to wait if they weren't already going to be seniors. So it's a long road when you got to face this gentleman. He's done a great job all 4 years for us. Major contributor, a captain for a year, 43 wins this year, second in the state of Nevada, second at 5 counties, a region champion, 141 takedowns, and just a tremendous competitor for 4 seasons for us, Mr. Paul Edgerton. Next competitor is also a 4-year wrestler for our program. Did a wonderful job for us. We needed wrestlers all over the place. He filled in, wrestled as an extra for us this year in tournaments at 145 pounds. At the end of the year, when his thumb got healthy, we needed a 160-pounder at varsity for the region tournament, and he volunteered to go up. He had already grown a little bit and took a spot at 160, picked up 3 wins at the region tournament, and really helped put us into a 3rd place position, and did a tremendous job for 4 years. A great contributor, a wonderful teammate, and a great wrestler to have coached for the last 3 years. 21 wins this year, and give a round of applause for a hard worker, Mr. Tyler Hawk. Next, a wrestler that came in from the JV program last year, worked really hard in the off-season, put in 100-plus matches in the off-season, wrestled really well in our Northwest trip, earned himself a position on varsity, and did a great job this year with 39 wins, 21 by pin, a Bulldog Grappler champion, and a tremendous contributor for our varsity program, and he's only a 2-year performer in our program, and he's done a tremendous job making himself a good wrestler in a very short time. Mr. Zaquis Garcia. Okay, next is another 4-year wrestler in our program, somebody who's contributed a lot, did a tremendous amount in the off-season to get himself ready. He had an off-season knee surgery, so he had a long road. He tore his ACL last year in one of our off-season scrimmages, and got surgery during the summer, worked his way back, and got himself back into the varsity lineup, picked up 38 wins, 20 by 10, 110 takedowns on a brand new rebuilt knee, Bulldog Grappler champion, and a tremendous competitor, a tremendous contributor to our program, and did such a great job during our preseason, getting himself ready and joining the Breakfast Club, putting in all the extra work, was just a perfect attendance. And we made him captain for the year to join Jordan, and I want to make sure to give him a lot of recognition because he does a tremendous job both on the mat and in the classroom. Juan Urista. Next, this gentleman came into the program as a freshman at 112, picked up a varsity letter, and he got bigger, and last year had to wrestle on JV, but kept his attitude positive, got himself another varsity spot this year, contributed well for us, came on the road, helped us win there. He had 9 wins on varsity this year, a good competitor, a good contributor to the program, and we're looking forward to a big senior year from A.J. Turner. Okay, next at 171 pounds. This young man came into the program as a freshman. He wrestled for our youth program for one season and did a really good job as a JV wrestler as a freshman. Came into his own as a sophomore, and this year had a tremendous breakthrough season. He led the team with 49 wins. He led the team with 31 pins. He was a 5th at 5 counties, a champion at the Holiday Classic, a champion at the San Diego tournament, a region champion, and 3rd in the state of Nevada. Did a tremendous job all season long for us. Marcus Judd. Okay, next I'd like to recognize a young man that came in from a different program and joined our school 3 years ago and worked really, really hard to stay eligible, get himself prepared to wrestle and contribute for us this year. He came in and did a really good job at the 130-pound weight class and 135 pounds, 130 last year and 135 this year. Picked up 14 wins for us, 5 wins at the Palo Verde JV duels, and helped our team capture first place at the silver level for the Palo Verde JV duels, and it was his contribution that basically won that level for us. So I want to recognize him for a varsity letter, Mr. Trevor, as a senior this year, Trevor Bishop. Okay, next at 189 pounds, this young man wrestled JV for us last year, but came into his own over the summer, wrestled really hard, put in a lot of off-season matches, did a really good job on our Northwest trip, was a warrior the whole time, and did a good job this year, picking up 20 wins on varsity, was 7th at the Pizza Hut Classic in Page, Arizona, a good contributor to our program and a great teammate, Ryan Rattler. Next, our 215-pounder, he's a great football player. He helped the football team achieve a lot of success this year and stayed with the team and joined us late because of the varsity team had so much success this year. But they're looking forward to him being a big football player next year. In the meantime, he came out, contributed to the wrestling team, picked up 16 wins. And also won for us at the varsity region, and with just limited amount of mat time because of his commitment to football, he's going to get in and work hard this summer in the wrestling room and look for probably a place next year at state. And we look forward to big things from him next year. A big contributor for this year at region, Dominic Adams. And certainly not least, our big guy. This gentleman came out off of football and I don't know that he was really thinking about wrestling, but he gave it a shot, and I think he gained momentum as the season went along. He started feeling at home with the sport. I think he felt at home with the teammates. We took him on the road with us. He ended up winning some matches, got third at JV Zone where he needed to go this year and did a tremendous job, kept a positive attitude, was a great teammate this year, a great kid to help coach, and we're looking forward to big things from him next year. William Mason. The hatchet man. Okay, that's all our varsity wrestlers. Please give them a big round of applause.